Are you tired of AI writing code that completely misses the mark and breaks your entire project? I actually tested a new local pipeline using the Matt Pocock Skills, which interviews me first for all the requirements, add an autonomous testing loop in my agentic pipeline, and also do rigorous review of my final code. These skills entirely change how we build reliable software on consumer hardware. Hello everyone and welcome back to Build with AI series, where I cover local and free AI tools to build practical AI projects. So let's cover what are the different skills in this repository and how it can help in your everyday AI projects. This repository is actually a collection of agentic skills that are useful for the everyday real engineering, not just vibe coding. So it is focused on creating the real engineering projects which are stable and reliable over time. There are already many popular AI approaches that try to own your process, which sounds great but actually causes huge issues. They completely take over your control over the code and makes fixing basic bugs very painful. But the better approach is using small, easy to adapt and composable skills so we retain total control over everything. You can easily adapt these workflows for any project, and they also work perfectly for any AI model. Installing these skills are also very easy. We just need to run some simple npx skills command and directly install these skills into our marketplace. And if you are using Claude Code, you can also install these as direct plugins. You just need to run these two commands and it will be directly integrated inside your Claude CLI. But incorporating these skills in any other coding agent is also really simple. We just need to download the skills.md file from the repository and add them to the context of our AI agents. The biggest reason why these skills exist is that the AI agents that we incorporate don't do exactly what we want. So the most common failure in the software development is the misalignment in the different tasks. We assume the AI knows exactly what we want to be built, but then it builds something totally different. To fix this, you need a proper grilling session with the AI agent before you even write a single code line. So the agent will ask you detailed questions directly to fully understand what you actually want to build. And this skill toolkit has a specialized tool called Grill with Docs, which deeply analyzes your project requirements and forces you to think deeply about your changes and align the AI exactly with your vision. Another huge problem is that the AI agents are way too verbose. Because they do not understand our specific domain, they use 20 complex words when one will do the job. This wastes crucial processing time and also destroy your token limits. So you need to establish a ubiquitous language so both you and the AI understand everything. And we solve this by creating just a simple document which actively decodes all of our project jargon. This makes the entire code base much easier to navigate and the AI spends fewer token on talking. But even when you are fully aligned with the agent, sometimes the new code just doesn't work. Because the AI is completely flying without any feedback, it actually produces crap code. So we must build strong feedback loops into our workflow to keep the AI on the right track. This includes using static types, browser access, and incorporating automated tests in our pipeline. So when all these tests are automated, the model knows exactly where it is failing. And a strict red-green refactor loop is crucial here to ensure high-quality code from the start. The agent writes a failing test for your feature and then immediately write the code to fix it. And for incorporating all this automated testing, there is a dedicated test-driven development skill available, which we can directly drop into our local projects. It gives the AI strict guidance on the testing principles, which results in far better and cleaner code. Now I'm going to be incorporating 3 of the crucial skills in my own local project. I'm going to be using Google Antigravity as my project environment. If you don't have it installed, just go to antigravity.google/download and download the installer according to your own platform. Then for local Ollama models, which will be used for the AI agents, I will be using Ollama. So if you don't have it installed, just go to ollama.com/download and download the installer according to your own platform. Then once you are in Google Antigravity, I've built this app.py file, which I'll be putting in the GitHub link in description and pinned comments, which you can directly copy and build the entire project end to end. The local Ollama model I'm going to be using is Ornith 1.0, which is a recently released 9 million parameter model specializing in agentic coding. And all the project files that will be created from the AI agents will be saved in this target project directory, which will be automatically created inside this same directory. Now to use the local Ollama models, we need to use the request library on a local URL using the model that we have defined on top. Then I'm going to be loading all the skills that I have downloaded from the GitHub repository, and all those are kept in this skills subfolder. If you also want to download these, you just need to run a simple command in your terminal, which will use the GitHub tools on the same repository to download all these skills files. Now once we have all these skills files downloaded, I'm going to be opening all of their paths and return the final content in this out variable. Then for the final application dashboard, the page title would be Matt Pocock Skills Autonomous Pipeline, and in the web page, the first title would be the same. Then there will be a text area where the user can give any of their feature idea. Let's say for example, they can give this create a discount calculator apply discount, which can take a price and the discount rate and does the input validation and the custom exceptions. Then I'm going to be checking whether the grill messages are already there in the current session state. If these are not there, that means we have not grilled with the AI assistant till now. So in that case, we are going to be loading the grilling skill and ask the AI agent to interview the user about their feature idea. And once they are clear about the idea, build a context.md file using the right file tags. Then in the user query, I'm going to be saying that this is my feature idea, grill me. Then we'll have different tabs in the dashboard. First will be the grill and domain model. Second would be autonomous test-driven development. And third would be the code review. So in the grill session, I'm going to be updating the context.md file with all the grills. So once the assistant gives its response, I'm going to be opening the context.md file in the target directory and write all the contents in this file. Then in the second tab, we are going to develop the test-driven development. We are using the context.md that we have generated in the first tab. I'm going to ask the assistant to write a failing test, run the test, write the code, then again run the test and give the final output. Then again, once the assistant gives all the test cases, I'm going to be writing them in the same target directory. Then using the PyTest library, I'm going to be running all those tests. And once the entire test run and the assistant gives a finish tag, I'm going to be saying that the TDD loop has completed successfully. Then comes the final standards and the specifications review of the final code. So here the code review skill will be loaded from the downloaded folder. The context would be read from the context.md. And from the AI model, we are going to be doing the standard review and the final specification compliance review of the code. So this is how we are going to be using all the three different skills in the entire pipeline. Phase 1 would be the grilling and domain modeling, where the agent will do the interview and chat with us for specifying all the specifications required for the project. Then basis those, the agent will write the context.md file. Then in phase 2, we are going to be doing the autonomous TDD loop, where all the tests will be written and the code will be run against them. And once the test suite passes, we will be moving to the phase 3, where we will do the double access code review of the final code generated. But if there are any failures, we'll move again to the testing loop, and this will keep on running until the test suite passes. Now to launch this dashboard, first install the Ornit tool using the simple command in the terminal. Install all the required libraries and the skills files using these commands, and then launch the dashboard using streamlit run app.py. So I'll just open the terminal and paste this command here. So now the dashboard is launched in my local browser. You can see that the title is given. In the feature idea, we can give any of the feature name. So here I have given the same example that it has to create a discount calculator apply discount with the input validation and the custom exceptions. So now we can start the grill session where it has put some simple message here. So I can just ask it to go ahead and ask me any questions that it has for the given query. So it is asking me what are the bounds of the discount rate and what should happen if the validation fails. So here I'll give just a simple answer that the bounds are 0 to 100 and it should raise invalid rate error if the validation fails. So I'll press submit here. So now it is generating the context.md basis this full conversation. And now we can move to the second tab, which is autonomous TDD. So we can just click on start TDD loop and it will automatically generate the test cases. And it has wrote the test discount calculator.py, and basis the first written code, it has ran the PyTest library, but it has got an import error that cannot import the name price. So in the second step, it is doing the implementation test of the discount calculator, then expanding the test cases for the edge cases and the types, doing the type checks on all the different variables, and it has already modified the calculator to validate everything. So now all the test loops are finished and all the test cases are passing. So now we can move to the third tab, which is to do the final code review of the generated code. So I'll just click on run code review, and it has done the standard review that we have used as the sake test cases throughout, done the follower spells by ensuring that the data in price and rate classes are correct, and the final verdict is pass. Then it has done the specification compliance review, and if the price is given 0 or negative, it will correctly raise a custom exception. Then the discount rate also has entity bounds from 0 to 100, and the final verdict is that the code is passing for all these specification tests. Now if I check my local folder, I will see that the target project folder is made, where the context.md is built from the agent, where it has listed down all the entities, their description, attributes like the price, the discount rate, what are the different custom exceptions that it should raise, and what should be the definition of the calculator that we are building. Then it has built the discount calculator.py file, incorporated all the custom exception errors, built the price class, the rate class, and the final calculator to apply the discounts. Then to test this also, it has built this test discount calculator, where it is checking whether the calculator is working fine on some standard examples. Like if the price is 100 and the rate is 20%, then the output price given by the calculator should be 80. And it is also checking some invalid price errors and the different type errors. So all the generated code is passed through all of these test cases. The agent is drilling before for all the specifications that we want in the calculator, and then there are final specifications review as well on the generated code. And everything is running securely in our local sandbox, so you don't need to run any cloud models, which has a risk of leaking your code anymore. All these code files and the README file with the step-by-step instruction on how to set up this project will be available in the GitHub link in description and pinned comments, so you can directly follow them and get started with the project easily. Let me know in comments if you have some suggestions for me to build more local AI projects, and follow the channel for more such AI builds, updates, and workflows.